Hey everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Daniel. I post lots of things pop culture on this channel and I have waited years to post this video. I can't believe we are here. Jade has dropped her debut solo album, That's Showbiz Baby. Is out now. Go and stream it. Today we are going to be debriefing the album track by track, talking all things That's Showbiz Baby. If this type of content is your kind of vibe, make sure you subscribe down below. I'm currently in the process of posting weekly Disney World vlogs, so if you've been watching those, thank you very much. And alongside that, I am obviously posting pop culture content, and today we are discussing all things It Girl, Brit Girl, Angel of Our Dreams, Jade. Let's get into the video. So Jade debuted last year as a solo artist after spending over a decade in the world's biggest girl group of the 2010s, Little Mix. Little Mix were massively known for their hits like Black Magic, Shout Out to My Ex, Touch, Wings, Power, Woman Like Me, the list goes on and on and on. Truly one of the most influential girl groups of all time and have paved the way for so many artists. So after coming from such a hugely successful girl group, a lot of people were like, oh, where are all the girls going to go next? And Jade did not disappoint with her debut. Track 1 on That Showbiz Baby is Angel of My Dreams. Let's talk all about it. Angel of My Dreams is a god tier pop song. It has a 3-act structure and is a love-hate letter to the music industry. The song opens with this dreamy, hazy chorus, and it's meant to be her as a kid having this childlike dream of being this pop star, and then the beat drops and it's her thrown into the harsh reality of the music industry. Lyrics like Selling My Soul to a Psycho really got people talking, as Psycho Entertainment is the record label that Simon Cowell famously owns that Little Mix was signed to for majority of their career. This was truly a moment in pop culture history and is one of the best debut singles of all time in my personal opinion. A very risky single after coming from a girl group that were known for very commercial pop music, as this was a very non-radio friendly, risky, artistic approach to a debut after coming from such a radio friendly background with Little Mix, but it really paid off because Angel of My Dreams became a hit. Now track 2 is It Girl. It Girl is given bottom floor at a club at 3 AM. It's very much a manifesto for her solo career. The lyrics are, I am the it girl, I am the shit girl, I got the whole world between my hips girl. And although that is like a yes, I am the it girl kind of moment, I personally see that as a manifesto for herself when debuting as a solo artist. When I hear It Girl, I imagine her stressed about debuting as an artist and wanting to be this big figure, and her telling herself that she could do it. That is how I personally interpret It Girl. The nod to the album title in the chorus is so chef's kiss, throw me them roses, well that's just showbiz baby. And it encapsulates the sound of the album so well. Now track 3 on the album is FUFN, which serves as the 3rd single from the album. Jade really reheated Lady Gaga's Nachos in the best way possible for this song. It is the perfect pop song and the final chorus just explodes. This song really goes off live, I can confirm. She does this like almost nonsense outros, Sabrina Carpenter-esque thing when she performs FUFN live. She basically does a list of things and tells the crowd to say F you back to it.
The patriarchy, misogyny, misogynoir, homophobia, transphobia, selling arms, silence and protest, justify genocide.
And she does different things for every show, and it's getting a lot of hype on social media every time she does it, so I really hope she sticks to doing that on tour, because it's going to really cause some viral moments. And look at the Sabrina Carpenter Nonso's outro effect. Look at where she is today, so I really hope that the FUFN outros have the same effect for Jade. When I tell you FUFN should have been the song of the summer, I really mean it. FUFN, that is a pop genius of a track. That is a student of pop culture at its finest. Now track 4 on That Showbiz Baby is Plastic Box, which served as the 4th single on the album, and this is very much giving me Dancing on My Own by Robyn. It's very much a euphoric pop song with a really good dance beat but really sad lyrics when you start to think about it. Like imagine just crying on the dance floor while like twerking, like can I have your heart in a plastic box? Like that is what this song is giving. It really gets me in my feels. This is a very intimate moment on the album after a lot of explosive pop like sounds. You have Angel of My Dreams, It Go, and FUFN back to back, which are very loud personality pop songs. And this is more of like an intimate, like, it feels like she's performing it to just you when you're listening to Plastic Box. And that is a very hard thing to do on a song, especially a pop track. And she did it so well with this record. Plastic Box explores Jade's fears of getting into a relationship with her boyfriend Jordan when they first started dating. It's a very real and vulnerable topics to discuss when you're a high-profile celebrity, but Jade didn't hold back. The music video really builds on it, as well as, although this song isn't about showbiz like a lot of the tracks are on this album, the music video really encapsulates it well, with Jade being presented in a museum as this pop star figure for everyone to take photos of without her wanting to. A really interesting metaphor to use in the music video for her starting a relationship, because obviously if you're going to start a relationship with a high profile celebrity, that comes with it. So I thought the music video really tied together the showbiz theme for Plastic Box perfectly. Now track 5 is Midnight Cowboy, and this is such a Beyonce Renaissance Cowboy Carter-esque track. Co-written with Ray, this song is an experimental pop track in the best way possible, and to call it pop sounds wrong because it is truly its own thing. It's very much a bold promo single choice to follow up Angel of My Dreams, as this was the second song Jade released as a solo artist, as it isn't radio friendly but is a great feature to Jade's catalogue. She truly released this for the fans, she didn't really care about it doing on radio, and I love that for her artistry. Like, this song really adds to the album in such a perfect way. Oh my god, I just realised as well, just to plug it in the video, that's Showbiz Baby Huns. And little self-promo plug, make sure you follow me over on Instagram, _DanielWeffer, and if you're a Jade girly, the Jade fan page, Jade's Hot Wasabi, because I am seeing her live 3 times on tour next month, and there might be a certain Midnight Cowboy-esque outfit that I've just ordered and I'm patiently waiting to come to my house, and I am so excited for this tour. Literally cannot come quick enough. Now track 6 is Fantasy, and Fantasy, I'm so sorry that the people failed you, you should have been everywhere. In Fantasy, Jade is bringing disco back with a tongue-in-cheek song about exploring your sexual fantasies and desires. Lots of people didn't get Fantasy when it first dropped, but I hope now that the album has released, more people understand its placement in the album, as it really fits in and adds to the album perfectly. The music video was directed by David LaChapelle, who, if you don't know him, you definitely do, because he has directed some of the most influential and iconic music videos of all time. So he's one of those names who you may not know unless you're like a music industry nerd, but you definitely know his work. So for Jade to get a music video directed by him on her second single is an insane run and further proof that she is a pop star to look out for. The music video has an iconic Harry reference as well, with the blood dropping all over her. And honestly, I just love the horror influences Jade has in all of her music videos, because Fantasy, you wouldn't necessarily think of it as a horror-esque song, but she adds it in perfectly in the most Jade way in this video ever. There's lots of Motown and Diana Ross references in the sounds of this song. The production is so good. It's got that Mike Sabbath magic all over it. And Fantasy, I will always be a Fantasy defender. I remember the timeline when it first dropped. Most people loved it. The negative noise very much was little and the positive outweighed it. But Fantasy, come on. Like, this is a top tier pop song. And the next track is Unconditional, which is a very emotionally raw track about her mum's health and how she wishes her love could be a cure. The lyric, "If only my love could be your medication, I could fix you so much better than your own prescription," really stood out to me and gave me chills. In pure Jade style, although the lyrics are quite sad to this track, it is covered with a sickening pop dance-esque production. She also released a visualizer for this track a few days ago, and I really enjoyed the visualizer because it shows Jade going through it in her personal life, but having to put on this pop star persona no matter what is going on, and having to be this pop figure for everyone no matter how bad her home life is with her mum's health. I just saw this visualizer as very eye-opening to how the industry really is, and I love that Jade is serving a full-on music video for visualizers. Like, she is a visionary artist, and I love that so much about her. Now, I am the worst person ever, because apparently when recording this video, I accidentally missed out talking about Self-Sabotage, Lip Service, and Headache, which is unlike me because I absolutely adore those songs and adore Jade with all my heart. So how I forgot to film that, I have no idea, but we are going to do it now while editing the video because I'm trying to get this video out as quick as possible. Self-Sabotage is a relatable song about ruining your chances when someone good finally comes along. The pre-chorus scratches my brain so well. It has such a good catchy hook. Once again, a pure example of Jade being an excellent student of pop culture in this track, and Jade's head voice is so beautiful and so unique, and I love that she's really using it in this record, especially in this song. Her head voice really takes center stage. Jade said that Self-Sabotage was one of the first songs she wrote for this album, and I feel like it makes sense that it was one of the first she wrote because it's more of a tame, ballad-like pop song compared to the rest. And Jade said how once she wrote Angel of My Dreams, the album direction shifted to be a bit more loud, chaotic and wonderful. It makes sense hearing that Plastic Box and Self-Sabotage were the first songs to be written for the album, as they're not separate to the rest. They still very much work an album and are still cohesive, but they are a bit more tame and laid back and like, hey, compared to the rest that are a bit more in your face. Now the next track is Lip Service, and I really like this song actually. It is such a grower. What I love about it is how it transitions from Self-Sabotage into Lip Service. I love when music does that so much, and I thought Jade might do it on the album because, as I've said many times in this video, she is a student of pop culture, so I had hopes that she would do it for this record, and she didn't let me down. She did it from Self-Sabotage to Lip Service. They transitioned and meshed into each other, which was so stunning and so smooth. It's a very cheeky and dirty pop track. I mean, I can't really say what it's about on this video, so I don't get the video taken down, but read between the lines, the song is called Lip Service. I'll just leave that there. As I said, on first listen, this was a song that was probably at the bottom of my ratings. Nothing bad. I didn't not enjoy the song. There was just other tracks that stood out to me more. But as time goes on and I listen to it more, I think I've played the album 4 times now. Lip Service is really growing on me, and it is a very catchy, well put together pop song. The visualizer is truly sickening. Like, I am sending my love to all the woman-loving women Jade stands out there right now, because you all must be on the floor after watching this music video. I mean, I am on the floor watching it as a gay man, let alone you guys. I am sending you all the love. I am just so gagged that Jade did a whole visual album for this record. Like, debut album, and it is a visual album. That is truly unheard of, and she didn't, like, she put in so much effort to the visual album. Like, every visualizer could be a full-on music video single. Like, the amount of effort that was put into the campaign for this album is insane. Next up is Headache, and the scream I let out when I played this song for the first time. When I was listening to it for the first time, this was my favourite until I heard Natural Disaster. It's giving RuPaul's Drag Race, and the sound just makes so much sense for Jade. Like, pre-solo days when I would predict what I thought Jade's music would sound like, I would have described Headache. And that is perfectly, the song just is so Jade. I love hearing Jade take ownership of her sometimes feeling like a headache in a relationship. It's a very real topic, and she addresses it in such a comedic, tongue-in-cheek way. This is an album standout for me for sure, and I love the visualizer. Her just serving in a little cup of tea is a new level of camp unlocked. Like, I aspire to be the level of iconic as Jade in the Headache music video, just serving in a teapot. Like, gag. Now next up we have Natural at Disaster, and this is definitely the emotional highlight of the album for me. It's an experimental pop track about a toxic friend who used to be in Jade's life. Lyrics address Jade trying to be there for that person, but them lashing out only to impact Jade's mental health for the worse. People have speculated that this song could be about former Little Mix member Jessie Nelson, but there is nothing to confirm that, and there are no direct lyrics that are like, oh, that's definitely about Jessie. This is just online speculation at this point. Like, it could literally be about any former friendship or relationship. This song reminds me of Happier Than Ever by Billie Eilish, and it is a sound direction I really didn't expect Jade to dive into on this record, but I am so glad she did, as it suits her so well. And also, do we think this could be the next single and get a proper music video? Because it is a visual album, all of the songs have proper visualizers, but for Natural at Disaster, it's just a shot of roses being thrown at her, and it's a 5-second video on loop, and the rest have proper videos, which is making me think, did they either run out of time maybe, or is this going to get a full-on music video within the next few weeks? Who knows? We'll have to stay tuned. Maybe by the time this is posted, it will be officially the next single, who knows. And the next track is Glitch, and this is a song about Jade's anxiety and eye twitch, and to me it sounds like Jade hyping herself up in the mirror before going out to live the pop star life. Lyrics like "sick of you talking to me like I'm your bitch when I'm that bitch" build a picture of her anxiety to be a person in her life preying on her downfall and for her to try and block them out and ice them out of her brain. Once again, like Unconditional, although the lyrics are quite personal and sad, it is covered by a pop dance style production, and this is what I love about Jade. She gets really emotional and raw with her lyrics, but on first listen, if you're not paying attention, you're just like, oh, this song slaps, like, yes queen, give it to me Jade, when in reality the lyrics are actually quite deep. Now track 12 is Before You Break My Heart, which samples Stop in the Name of Love by the Supremes. And if you know Jade, you know that Diana Ross is her lifelong inspiration, her musical inspiration, so this is such a perfect use of a sample. Something that gave me chills about this track as well, the chorus has backing vocals of Little Jade singing the track by the Supremes, and just little details like that really build the Jade world, and I literally was on the edge of tears listening to this song for the first time. And the video is all Little Jade, who's played by her niece, and this was a highlight for me out of all the music videos in the era. Bear in mind it wasn't even a proper budget single, yet this stood out most to me because of the sentimental value behind it. Now the closing track to the album is Silent Disco, and there were rumours flying around that this was the original album name, but then Jade has said that the album wasn't originally called That Showbiz Baby, it was originally called something else, and fans swayed her opinion to call it That Showbiz Baby. And I reckon the album was called Silent Disco because she has always talked about from the get-go how this album has influence from clubland sounds, and in the Angel of My Dreams music video there was a poster in the background saying Silent Disco, and in Fantasy music video it said Silent Disco Records. So I personally think this was the original album name and it changed over time, but regardless, it is still a track on the album, and Silent Disco is a personal highlight for me for sure. Silent Disco is a perfect first dance at a wedding track. When you next go to a gay wedding, and whenever you go to a gay wedding, get ready to hear Silent Disco by Jade. We are about to hear this at a lot of gay weddings over the next few years. It's a beautiful way to end an experimental clubland influence record, as it pulls in from all of those inspirations, but in a more laid back ballad style. It's a very timeless track and is probably in my top 3 of the album right now after a few listens. Just when I thought I couldn't love Silent Disco anymore, Jade dropped the visualizer for it and it literally made me cry. As we all know, this is a love song she wrote about Jordan, and to put that picture even further, the music video is an older version of her and Jordan dancing on a bit of a dead dance floor, but they don't care because they're in love and they're with each other. And throughout the music video it cuts to her and Jordan actually dancing to it, and then it cuts back to them as an old couple, and this video made me sob. Like, so well put together and directed and shot, just purely stunning. Now let's talk overall opinions on That Showbiz Baby by Jade. When you're listening to this album, you really feel like you're on a journey with her, discovering who she is as an artist on her own. She manages to pull off different sounds, topics and genre influences track by track while still remaining cohesive, and that is something that is very hard to do. A debut album being this high quality is very rare to find. My personal highlights are Angel of My Dreams, FUFN, Natural at Disaster and Silent Disco, but that may change over time. This is after listening to the album about 3 times. My prediction on where Jade is going to go from here is that she's really going to be diving into the dark and experimental pop sound like Natural at Disaster and Headache on her second record. And over time I feel like Jade will reach the same icon status that Kylie Minogue has over time in being a very influential pop star and beloved by the gays, of course. Now, when I have done album reviews on this channel before, I always end it with giving a star rating, and That Showbiz Baby, she gets a 5-star rating, and the critics are agreeing. The critics are praising That Showbiz Baby. It is getting lots of critical acclaim already on its release day, and Jade is truly a pop act to look out for. I mean, she won Best Pop Act at the Brits this year, like, come on. But that is it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, please make sure you you like, subscribe, all the cringy self-promo things. If you are seeing Jade on tour or at her album signings, comment below. I would love to like fangirl about Jade with everyone in the comments. Honestly, like, that would be life made. I will be going to Brighton and both shows at London, and I'm going to be meeting Jade at the HMV signing next week, and I am so excited. I need to find something to show you guys. So this has been my little project over the summer. If you have took part in the Jade scrapbook that I have posted on Instagram and TikTok, thank you so much for taking part. It is now complete. I won't show everyone's pages because, you know, they might not want to be posted all over the internet. But the scrapbook has been done. It is complete and ready to give to Jade. I really hope she loves it, and thank you so much to everyone who has took part in that. But that aside, thank you for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. Go and stream that Showbiz Baby by Jade, and I'll see you next time. Mwah. Bye.